You got a problem with what's going on in the panel, sir?
Well, I just think that the lady on the far right, she's been asking so many questions, and we haven't given the lady on the left a chance to answer any of those and say her point of view, so.
You don't think Michelle's had a fair shake? What do you want to know?
Well, I'd like to know her full side of the story. She's come out and attacked her pretty much, and we haven't gotten to hear a rebuttal yet, so.
Great, I appreciate that. I just hope people remember some of the things that I have talked about, comparing the rates that we found among the Gulf War veterans to the general population, and trying to establish whether that's higher or not, and we haven't found that. Let me make a couple of other points.
While your studies are being done, people are dying.
I know for a fact that our nation hasn't been the most reputable when it comes to things dealing with our government, but the fact of the matter is there's evidence here that the children are hurt here, and isn't the responsibility as us as a nation, as a government, as America, to look after these children if these people were willing to fight for us and die for their country?
What is being done to care for you and your family? What responsibility is being taken?
Right now, there's a law in the books. It terms these children as incident of service, which means that if something happens to the father or mother while they're on active duty and you have a child born with genetic defect or whatever, the government doesn't have any obligation. It's an incident of service. So that means that these kids can't get treated at a VA hospital. They couldn't get disability, educational, a lot of things.
Do they admit when you go into Gulf War syndrome, do the doctors say?
Off the record.
Off the record.
Off the record.
They said there's no question in their minds.
We want to give some tips as quickly as we can when we come back on where you can turn to for help if you think that you're affected by this or you have questions about it. We'll be right back. Erica Lundholm, right?
Yes.
You work with the Gulf War Resource Center. What is it?
The National Gulf War Resource Center is an organization that is composed of different grassroots groups that sprung up around the country of vets and their families who are sick. And we've come together into a national organization, and we provide referrals for people, and including people with children with birth defects that are ill from the Gulf War. And
this is not questioning whether it exists or not, but just let's help you now with your problems.
Well, the government is not helping those who are ill. So as veterans and as families of veterans who are sick, we decided we needed to step in and help those who needed help.
We will have information on our hotline on how you can get in touch with your organization. I'm going to say goodbye and thank you to all of you. And our guest, and Michelle, I need to give you a final word on a book that you say would be a good reference.
Right. For people to get all the facts, I would recommend Science Under Siege by journalist Michael Fumento, basically laying out the basics of epidemiology and helping you understand these controversies and getting both sides.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I served in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years, and unless you've been there, you can't actually say, you know, are you willing to go over there right now in the Gulf and put yourself in that predicament, then come back and give us the same thing you're saying? If you haven't served over there, then what you're saying is not, you know, it's kind of bogus.
Well,